when the current artists, when they say stuff, it's very like direct. It's not, to me, for a better way to put it, like creative or imaginative, like how you guys did it. But the fact that you guys were so creative and imaginative and funny with it is just shocking that it was. Now when I listen to it or I hear it or whatever, it's just like, man, they were saying some wild stuff.
Some wild shit. Yeah, that's how I'm like, still to this day, like when they put on some stuff, we'll have a like a get together and shit. My son, he just got a master's in communication, so they got together and they started playing some of the old shit, and we like just partying and having drinks, and I was just sitting there and laughing, and they looking at me, I'm looking back at them like, ooh, like some of the shit I was saying, it was crazy. But remind you, I was like 17, years. I was a teenager. I'm just, like I said, learning how to curse and testosterone, and if the wind blow wrong, my dick is hard. Like I'm just, talking crazy shit.
Very, very. So Scandalous is out and is doing well. And then, one of my favorite songs with Quik is Jus Lyke Compton, just because of explanation of the change of what he saw. And, My Summer Vacation by Ice Cube does a great job with it as well.
Yeah.
Similar but different way. But for you, what was the experience like once you got out of Southern California to do shows? And did it feel like Jus Lyke Compton to you, or did you have a different?
No, it was definitely neat. Once again, Soren, that's some shit that we was talking about. That was real. We put the humor, a little bit of humor, but Jus Lyke Compton was like real shit, bro. We probably had to be the first dudes that was like really representing like the blood set from Compton, from LA, rather from California, period, that was on tour. A lot of people at the time wasn't used to seeing dudes in red. It was like more like everything was just different at the time. So when they saw us, it was like some crazy, like it was like, what the fuck? And it was like, we went through some shit, bro, because of that. Like, I never forget, we went to Chicago, and this was Michael Jordan was doing this shit. They was cracking at the time. And we bought the t-shirts that say real men wear red. And oh my God, like this shit was like, what the fuck? Like everywhere we went, it was like some crazy shit. Like, dude, we had shootouts, we had the bulletproof vest. Like the shit that he was talking about was real, bro. And it's like, I felt just, it was real life. I was used to it from being from where I'm from, like my grandmother's street, like I said, the 94th and Sig. It was active over there. My mother's spot over there off of Rosecrans in Acacia. So it was already active. We was used to it, but to see this shit affect different cities and different places, it kind of just broke my heart. Like watching a dude in the crowd, and then when the show was over, this dude is like covered in the sheet, or he laid out because somebody killed him. You know what I mean? It was just, it hit directly in my heart. I'm like, damn, this shit, like nobody comes to a concert to like know that's their last time or their last breath they gonna take at a fucking concert. You know what I mean? So it just kind of made me mad, bro. Like I just would wish the shit just, like they would understand better than just following somebody into like dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't even know what this shit is about. It's about, our culture is different. You know what I mean? You guys don't have to be like that, but now it's just, to me, it's just commercial, you know?
Well, it's interesting you're saying that, because after Scandalous, one of the songs I remember was the Broke Off from the South Central soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that one was more, unlike I think your music up to that point, that one you sounded like angry or frustrated or pissed off.
Yeah, I was. And it was just a different, like I said, just getting to the point to where, like trying to give people a heads up, like if you don't really understand this shit, it's like it don't, like try not, I don't know, like not be influenced by the bullshit, because it's easy to say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or I'm running with this, until the shit really get real. Like I said, we done been shot at, or we done had guns like close to, like there's some instances where shit I wouldn't even be here in certain cases. You know what I mean? Like real life shit. It ain't no fake bullets or no cut or no different shit, and it got something to do with where we live at, where we from, who we affiliated with. And to me, it was just like, hey, don't fuck around with this shit unless you know what's really going on, or you got somebody to like guide you through this shit. So if you fuck with the hood, you'll get broke off. Don't come down here trying to be something that you're really not. You don't understand the culture. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it 50 times, you could say it to yourself in the mirror. Hard time you can practice or whatever, but if you don't know this shit, it's like it's just different, bro. You know how LA moves, man. Like some of the greatest rappers, rest in peace, and got killed out here, bro. It's just a different way we move. The shit look pretty. It's palm trees. It's sunny beaches. You can go swimming and you can go skiing probably in the same goddamn day. Go to Big Bear, get in the snow, and then drive all the way down to the beach to Dotwall or Manhattan and get in the fucking water. So it looks pretty, but it's just some crazy shit sometimes if you could get caught up in the wrong circle.
Well, that's one of my favorite groups is Above the Law, and I remember their song California. You remember that?
Touch. Cool, 187.
Where they had the video, like the both sides of California.
Yeah.
I always thought that was amazing. And
yeah.
On South Central, that was a Hollywood basic soundtrack, and you had 2 songs on there. So did you get those opportunities because of the label, or was it some other way?
A lot of the opportunities came from the label, and then I was also friends with certain people. Like I'm cool with Paul Hunter. I haven't ran into Paul in a while, but like he was supposed to do some soundtrack, some video shit. We did work or whatever together, and I would get connections like to get in their movies like Malibu's Most Wanted, or like I think it was George Nelson on the CB4 movie, because Chris Rock didn't really rap, and I did all the rapping, like all those. The CB4 swept for my balls and Straight Out of Low Cash and all that shit was my voice. So it was fun to sit in there with a microphone and watch the movie and put my voice to it.
And was that your first time doing like voiceover work for CB4?
Yeah, that was like my first time doing the voiceover shit. But it was already kind of like, it was like a cakewalk to me, because like you said, with our album intros or the breaks that we did in our music, it was just, to me, the same shit. Like, go in there and just be you, say something cool. Don't force it, don't be shy, and just go in there and do it. And, next thing you know, the CB4 shit, like people still rapping about CB4. I heard a verse where I think my man Pusha T said something to CB4 or something like, I like Push, man. He be talking that shit. He talk that shit that I like to hear. So Pusha T said something to CB4 rappers, like, saying how they was just frauds, whatever. But it just, I feel funny, like, listening to it, because I'm the one that was doing the CB4 shit, but I know exactly what he means. Like, fake-ass rappers trying to be hard, like we talked about on Broke Out. Like, don't come out here doing this crazy shit that you're not used to.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was always the interesting thing, knowing that you were from Compton and making not gangster rap to me, but hardcore rap. And then at the same time, you also did that, which was to me an indictment of gangster rap. I always thought that was a weird.
That to me, and I always tell people, like, I'm like, bro, this ain't, motherfuckers ain't walk somewhere. I don't care what they say, and I know everybody from probably every fucking set, even South Side, North. I know a lot of people, and everybody, they're a motherfucking lie if they say they walking around like every 24 hours a day. Like, bro, relax. You ain't that hard. It's you love some girl or some guy, whatever your preference is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't walking around 24/7 like, yo, God, like that's. You two gangsters of TV, that's like that fake shit. You know what I mean? So I just kept it real. Like, there's always gonna be some times where it's humorous times, but when it's time to go turn up, I definitely would turn up. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to keep it real, bro. Like, ain't no just 24/7. You just all riled up and alert and ready to kill somebody and bust somebody's head. Like, the fuck out of here with that. Ain't nobody doing that. And they're alive. They say they are doing it. Tell them I said it. Cross Dog, High Seat OG. Fuck you if you say you gangster 24/7 in the bed. And hey, you with the kids. I am gangster. Hey, fool, go give me a cup of water.
Did you, or what was, if any, at all, your interaction with Chris Rock on CB4?
Man, back then it was just he just came in. He did his like stuff. He would watch certain stuff, and it was. No, to me, back then, it wasn't really no big deal, because we were just running across different people, man. We ran across, like, the Mike Tysons and the different, like, we was just everywhere, like, with Tupac, Digital Underground. We had the circle going, bro, and it was, like, one of those things to where it was just, we was in the moment. So it just, now that I look back, it's like, fuck, we was playing basketball with LL Cool J at the Pooh Richardson Mansion and this and that, Alan Payne, different. Like you look back and then be like, damn, I was in the house kicking it with Jada Pinkett before she met Will Smith and shit like that. Like just you don't look at it while you in the moment, but then when you time go by, you be like, wow, them was some good ass times, some good ass days. So he was just chill, you know, like work.
Yep. All right, Hasi. Well, we appreciate you coming through Quick Access, man. We'll have to have you come back for part 2.
Hell yeah, let's do it, bro. Because I didn't. Hey, we didn't even scratch the surface. I wanted to get down into the deep shit.
That's what I was about to say. I barely even got all my scanless questions I got. So we definitely got to
Yeah. Man, the deep. Yeah, we got to get down into the deep shit, Soren. I appreciate you, bro.